This is Down to the Wire 513.
Everybody else can shut up. It is time.
Ooh, Flyman Rain.
Back in the building, man.
Yo, we in the building, back.
Make sure y'all follow us on everything Down to the Wire 513. Yo, Down to the Wire 513 Sports and Spirits Fridays. Happy Friday, everybody. You know how we doing?
Happy Friday, brother.
I see you. All right, you got the spirits going. I'm dry over
already
here.
Turned up, man.
I'm dry.
Man. I already turned up. You know, it's gonna be a great weekend. It's gonna be great weather. You know what I'm saying? I'll be safe out there.
Great weather in the city, man. Football is back.
Yes, sir.
We got the Bengals and Cardinals tonight down at Paycor Stadium now.
Paycor. I will be down there, man. See, I'll make sure I tap in. We're gonna go live. You know what I'm saying? I might even hop on YouTube live too, man. So we're gonna go live. So make sure you hop on Facebook live. We're gonna be on IG live too, YouTube live. So hop on Paycor Stadium. Cardinals at Bengals, first preseason game. Tap in for sure.
Let's get it. And y'all know with football season, man, that's a big deal right here in Cincinnati, man. High school football is a huge deal in the city of Cincinnati.
All
it's
over
in state of Ohio, for real.
Especially Cincinnati, man. It's crazy. It's going crazy.
For real, man. And we got a very special guest joining us, man. Offensive line coach of the Taft Senators. My guy, my brother, Coach Tev. Welcome to the show, man. How you feeling?
How y'all doing?
Hey, man, we blessed, black, and highly favored, good brothers, man. It's good talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, brother? Thanks for joining us.
Good, man. Good.
It's good to have you. Good to have you.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute, boy. Hey, I can't even tell last time we chopped it up.
It really has. I think I caught you for a half a second when we played Withrow last year.
We ain't gonna speak on the results of that game.
If y'all don't know, our good brother T here is a Withrow alum. I'm guessing it ain't going in your favor though, T. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I took the L. Held the L.
But now let's start there. Let's talk about last season before we talk about this season, man. Overall, y'all went 9-3, reached regional semifinals, man. This first season under a new coaching regime. Just talk about a little bit last season about introducing the guys and coming in and bringing in the Cole Rain style to the CMAC.
Yeah, like last season, it was a great season overall. I mean, we came in, new offense, new defense, just a whole new mindset for football, how things were done at Taft. So, it was a bit of an adjustment at first for the kids. They weren't used to, I think, honestly, just being held as accountable as we were holding them at first. But once they kind of bought into our system, man, I mean, we was really rolling. We didn't have that many seniors, so we got a lot of returning guys. But for the most part, no real complaints about last season. We did what we came to do, and it didn't end the way we wanted it to in the playoffs. But I mean, we made some noise for it to be our first year, and a lot of guys came back. A lot of guys still bought in. We got some new guys coming in. A lot of people just want a little piece of what's going on at Taft, and we just try, just change the narrative around just Taft and downtown as a whole. You know what I mean? You see what you see on the news, you hear what you hear, but it's a lot more going on downtown than what people think.
That's facts, bro. Big facts, man.
For
a lot
sure.
of people try to overshadow that, man, with just the bad stuff, all you hear on the news, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, it's a lot of good stuff going down there too.
Now, for those who don't know, head coach Tyler Williams played football at Colerain. Coach Tev played football as well at Colerain, and for a long time, y'all was known for that triple option offense. Just speak on that. Just how difficult is it for a first year to teach these kids how to run the triple option offense correctly?
I mean, it is. It's very difficult. It's a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I mean, you got to make a lot of decisions in a short amount of time. So it took a lot of time to get the quarterback to understand the reads and stuff. Last year we did kind of struggle with it, so we did mold our offense more to fit our quarterback versus running a traditional triple, which I think with time, I think you kind of got them. Football's getting away from that ground and pound. How Colerain, we're just going to run it every single down. We got to get around. You got to spread that thing out. And with the athletes that we're blessed with, we wouldn't be doing these kids a justice if we were just running fullback dive every trip and pitching it here and there. So we're trying to evolve that offense so it's not straight cold rain triple. But for the most part, all our kids seem to buy in. The offensive line was pretty solid last year. We have great backs, which all of our backs are back. We have great receivers, which they don't get as much love in this type of offense. But we're gonna try to work on that a little bit, try to get them a little more involved. But it comes down to the quarterback. If you want to run that triple, you got to have a guy that's quick on his feet, able to make quick decisions. And we were lucky enough to have that last year in my guy Anton Kennedy. We have another quarterback this year that's picking it up pretty good as well.
Speak on the guys you got, the guys in the trenches, man. Just how important it is for your guys to be, like I said, be in shape, and what type of training regimens you got them on, like I said, to learn that type of offense.
Oh man, I mean, my guy Coach Mel, shout out to Mel Williams. He's been doing this for a while on the strength and conditioning side. I mean, he's one of the top in the city. I mean, not the things he puts these kids through it on the workout side and the meal prep side and all that. It's next level, and I think that's what really kind of separated us last year, was just the off-season program. I mean, because like you said, in the trenches, you got to be ready to go. So it starts with our offensive line, which again, like I said, we were blessed with the running backs and receivers. I can never not shout out my offensive line because they are one of the best in the city. I mean, from my guy, Mr. Moore, Elijah Garnes, Devontae Black. I mean, these guys are really good football players. And the thing that really works in my advantage is working with them, just the athletic ability of these linemen. These aren't your typical linemen that are just maulers and 300 pounds. We're just going to pound you. These guys are finesse, quick on their feet. A lot of these guys were running backs and receivers when they were little. They just happened to grow into linemen. So we use that to our advantage down at Taft. But yeah, just like I was saying with Coach Mel, I mean, that workout program, I mean, it's a little bit of what we used to do at Colerain mixed in with some stuff his dad does over at St. X. And it kind of just took a little bit of that, and he just made it his own. And it takes a special kid to make it through that off-season program, because I'll tell you, we got a lot of kids who like to work out in the winter, but by summertime, you really find out who wants to.
Yeah, man, you find out who been really putting that work in when it comes to when you get tested out by the coaches. You get to find out really putting that work in. Sounds like stuff really got more advances when I was back in high school, man. Like, I didn't play football, play basketball, but it seems like it was way more. You got way more dialed in with these kids, man, which is great. It really prepares them, I think, for the next level even better.
Sure.
You know, I think it's crucial.
Definitely.
Now, I said, I know you play ball a day, a time or two in your time.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now I believe you were there for a few years before Coach Coombs went to Ohio State, correct?
Correct.
Now obviously he's back in town over at UC as the D-backs coach. Has he been down to Taft and check out some of the guys y'all got?
Actually, yes, he has. First, Coach Coombs is one of the realest guys you'll meet. I know a lot of players will go back and say that about their coaches, but I truly mean that. I say that because I never really had Coach Coombs as a coach. I was coming in as a freshman. He was still there. Going into my sophomore year, that's when he made the decision to take his first stint at UC. So when it was my time to get into that JV varsity time, Coach Coombs was leaving. But Coach Coombs was the type of guy that if you came across him once, he'd treat you as if you were you could have been the last guy on the roster. He'll treat you just as good as he treats the best guy on the roster. That's something I always respected about him. But as far as the recruiting and stuff, yes, we actually have one of our cornerbacks from last year. His name is Jakeem Sullivan. He is enrolled at UC now as a preferred walk-on. Coach Coombs was very, very impressed by his play last year. Kind of with the timing of when he got the job, the recruiting was kind of in a weird spot, because when you go from one coach halfway through the recruiting and then another coach trying to pick it up. So I don't know where his hand, like how much his hands were tied on as far as where the scholarships went where, but no, he definitely spent a lot of time at Taft. I know there's a lot of guys on his board that he's watching. We do have one senator already up there, and we're hoping to get that pipeline going. keep these kids going right over to UC. And while we're on it, definitely want to shout out my guy Rayvon Griffith.
Yes.
On the back.
Hey, I was gonna bring that up, man. Shout out Rayvon.
What a gift to the city for him to choose to stay home, play at UC, try to get that program back to what we used to know when we
man.
So I definitely have to shout out my guy for that.
Yeah, man, that's huge. Man. Yeah, that's huge, man. Like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot of. We got a lot of talent here throughout the years in Cincinnati alone. Like I said, and we seen them get away, but now, like I said, we got guys like Rayvon showing like it's cool to stay in town. So hopefully, it starts a trend in all sports.
Right, and it's already gonna be cool because UC is a right now it's gonna be considered a football school because right now they just made the run they made, so they're gonna be considered a football school. But traditionally, we know it's a hoop school traditionally. So to see Rayvon choose UC is crazy, man. It's definitely dope. But I think hopefully it gets both programs up to where they need to be at the same time.
I think it will. I think that basketball program has some stuff in store. Like you said, we already see football is on, and that's no time soon.
Yeah, man, it's scary. It's gonna be scary hour soon, man.
It's about to be crazy.
Hey, and Rayvon tapped in with Ronnie and them, bro. You already know, so you know it's about to be lit. It's about to be lit.
There's a lot going on in the sports world in Cincy, man.
Yes, man.
And UC going moving to the Big 12 next year. That should help out a lot.
Huge move.
Bring that money into the city, man.
Man.
NIL for these kids. I want to see.
Yeah, everybody get paid.
Everybody get paid, man.
Love to see it.
So obviously, about to start new season. Season starts next Thursday. 25th Skyline Crosstown Showdown. I'll take on Roger Bacon. That's game number one. Just talk about obviously what can we expect to see when we go down when people show up to see the Taft Senators in 2022, 2023.
I'm gonna be honest, man. You're gonna see some great football first and foremost. You're gonna see some kids having a lot of fun playing football. And with this group we got right now, you're gonna see some special things, man. I mean, from the offense to the defensive side of the ball. I mean, these are some of the, if I'm being honest, these are some of the best athletes I've been around. So I really can see how this season. I have my expectations, and I think we can far exceed where I have us set. Because some of these kids, man, sometimes I just be at practice just amazed, like, wow, how did I end up here?
That's amazing, man.
How am I coaching this guy? Like, that's times, but to be able to be a less than a week out from football, we get to start our season off same way we did last year. Roger Bacon, definitely got to get our get back, man. It was a tough game. They pulled it out on a free play. Blown coverage, they go down the field. So they left a bad taste in our mouth. So I know a lot of our guys, we got this one circled for sure. We want to start our season off the right way. So if you got time, Thursday, first game of the city, down over on Mitchell, Roger Bacon, right by the Friars Club. Come on down. We're gonna start the season off the right way for sure.
That's what I like to hear. Baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Speak on that a little bit. How did you get into coaching? Because that's something did you always wanted to do?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest. In my playing days, I tell people I have no shame in my game. I was never the best football player by any means. I was good. A lot of my friends say I don't give myself enough credit, but I'm a realistic guy. I was cool. I was cool on the field, but I always knew I loved the game in every capacity. So even if I wasn't a player, I knew I wanted to have something to do with the game of football. And just the way the Cards played, I played at Colerain, had a great high school career, went on D2 to Tiffin University. I gave it a go there. Didn't really work out the way I wanted it to, but from there, made some good connections. Kind of got my foot in the door with a little bit of coaching while I was in college. But when I got here, that if I'm being honest, man, that Colerain High School, just that gets you in a lot of doors, man. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I already know.
The football it's really not too much you can't do in football in Cincinnati when you got that Colerain tag. So it just knowing some people. I did the youth thing for a little bit. So I'm a big fan of teaching the game, and when you get to mold these children and really show them the right way to play and trying to teach them right from wrong at the same time, I really enjoyed that. But then my guy Tyler, he got the call at Taft. He immediately called me and a bunch of our friends, and I mean, it was like a dream come true. Like, why? How could you not go coach with some of your former teammates, guys you consider brothers now in life? So it was a no-brainer for me, man. And knowing what I know, which actually I didn't really know much about Taft. I mean, of course, you're Adolphus Washington, who went on the OC, played in the league. You got Too Tall, who went to Oregon, played for a while. You know, those guys. But outside of that, I didn't really know much about Taft. So it was all new to me. But, I mean, from day one, I fell in love with it. Fell in love with the kids. Fell in love with just the atmosphere. I mean, it's coming from where I played football and to see where I coach football, it just made me think, man, what if I would have went downtown and played? Or what if I would have been with my people doing this?
Right.
Different, because I wouldn't trade this for the world, man. I really would.
Yes, speak on it, because I mean, talk about a little bit off air about the CMAC and how it's back, basically. Because I know for a few years, I know Withrow, they went away, they went to join the ECC, and I feel like during that time, like the CMAC kind of took a dip. But then Withrow came back a few years ago, and now you see the CMAC is back to when I was in high school. Like,
yeah, for sure. I think, honestly, man, I just think the level of coaching at each school has just drastically went up. I think a lot of these schools got the right guys involved right now. They got guys with the right intentions that really just want to see these kids reach their full potential. I think that is what really just changed everything across the board. Not even just Taft. I mean, Withrow, Hughes, Woodward has a new coach. They look like they're doing great things over there. There's so many schools and everybody I just seen the recruiting just going through the roof. I seen Withrow. I think they went down to Jackson, go see Dion and all. You know what I'm saying? It's just everything is just rolling right now, and these kids are buying in. Everybody's playing, and the biggest thing I'm seeing is a lot of people don't feel like we got to go here, there, and everywhere else for our kids to play ball no more. You know what I mean? Back when just 10, 15 years ago when we was in high school, yeah, Colerain was a powerhouse, but quiet as kept. A lot of them kids didn't grow up in Colerain. A lot of them Colerain until they high school. You know what I'm saying?
But they knew that was where they had to go to get looks. You know?
Got your powerhouses in these GCLs. But if you look, none of these kids is going to these GCL elementary schools. We're getting high school because we feel for us to keep going and make it to that next level, this is where we have to be.
Right.
I think the days of that is over. These kids I'm coaching are they're from right where we're coaching at. The kids over at Hugh, they're right over there in that part of town. I think that's the greatest thing about all of this is because we don't have to run to nobody else for help no more. We can do all this ourselves. And that's the best part of it.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
That's since we've been there. I can't even count on two hands how many kids have gotten scholarship offers and this, that, and the third from these colleges when just a few years ago, none of this was even heard of at these schools. And I don't understand how. But regardless, whatever happened in the past is the past. We're building for the future, and we're trying to show these kids, hey, man, let's do this right here with us. We ain't gotta run over here or over there no more. We can do all this with everything we got right here. And that's why I think as a whole, the whole conference is flourishing. Because everybody's staying home just doing their thing, and it's genuine now. It's not just a business.
Yeah. And I think you kind of spoke on that earlier when you said, y'all kind of building connections. You build with people that's in the higher up, even programs. When you look at the people that you see, that you have connection with already. So y'all are kind of building a connection with those guys or those coaches at the higher levels already. Y'all kind of funneling these kids to those coaches. You know what I'm saying? Or get these coaches, hey, look, man, I know you going to Colerain, look at those kids, but I got kids over here just as talented. You know what I'm saying? Right down the street. You come look at two, that's just as talented as those guys.
Exactly.
No, I know you just talked about it about how it was like 10, 15 years ago where kids had to go to, like I said, Colerain or St. X or wherever to get looks.
Moeller.
Yeah. Now the big difference, I think that it just changed last year. Now it seems like I think everybody makes the playoffs now.
Yeah. Yep. In Ohio, make it.
And I think that's a beautiful thing. 'Cause I know, at least a few years ago, I know when my brother was playing, like he had like some of his football teams like were so talented, but you had to select few to make the playoffs. How do you think that affects like I'm basically saying these kids don't have to go to Coleraine now because now they get a chance to play in the post. Because I obviously know you in high school, everybody wants to play for that state championship ring, and now you, like I said, you got kids that don't have to go to those bigger schools to get a shot, basically.
Right. I mean, I think like we said, it just kind of just goes hand in hand with what we were just saying. It's just like just the opportunities are different and everything is just right there for you. You know what I mean? We're in such a right now era where, I mean, we got everything right here on our phone, and it's just circulating to everything in our lives. Whereas, like you said, like we just said before, 10 years ago, yeah, the coaches would be in Cincinnati recruiting, but they're only going to 4 or 5 schools. Whereas every kid has Huddle on their phone. Every kid has control of their own everything. I can post these highlights now. Okay, this coach saw that. Now I got to go to Taft. Now I need to go over to Woodward. And the best thing about all of it is when you got the right guys in position, we're not here for you to just recruit our guys. Oh, yeah. Have you heard about this kid from Winton Woods? Or have you heard about this? We want everybody to eat. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's across the board with all the coaches, not just us at Taft, because I know in conversations I'm having with all these other coaches is we all are on the mindset of we're not just picking certain guys that we want to make it. We want everybody to make it. And there was a point in time where coaches didn't have that view. Coaches would have their guys, and then it was everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
We in that mindset that everybody eats. So with the whole playoff expansion, that just goes right into that because it's like now I don't even gotta have that in my mind where it's like, dang, man, I want to play with my boys, but man, we don't never make the playoffs over here. But if I go to the street right around the corner, they go 10-0 every year. I'll get to go to the playoffs. Now it's like, regardless, I can play with my boys. We can go to the playoffs and still make some noise. And the best part about that is, as we all know, it don't matter what you do in the regular season.
Facts.
They all start. It's a whole
new season.
I don't care if you went 0-10. Yo, if that 10-0 team don't come ready to play, you out of here. You gotta go home. Gotta go home to that 0-10 team, and now you that team that got shocked in the first round. Nobody wants to be that team. So now everyone's at their hungriest. So it just makes for better football at the end of the day, in my opinion.
100%, 100%.
Right.
I want to give you y'all flowers, for making the change at Taft. Second year in, man. What y'all doing with these kids, man? Hey, y'all deserve y'all flowers for that, man.
Yeah, salute to y'all, man. It's a beautiful thing. Everything you explain is what it's definitely how it should have been.
Right.
So it's definitely good how y'all, coming in and changing the culture and making the culture something that kids actually want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? And should want to be a part of.
I just want to take another quick shout out because T, what you just said leads me right into this. I really got to shout out my head coach, Tyler Williams, man, because this man came down to Taft on a mission. And within the first year, I can't say we accomplished it because we're still here. So every year the mission restarts.
Yeah.
But he came. He said he was going to get kids in this college. We was going to be champions. We were CMAC champs, which is nothing new to Taft. I want people to understand that. We understand Taft was good before we got there. We're not taking credit for nothing nobody else did. I'm not sending shots at no other schools. but we just wanted it. We wanted people to understand it's bigger than conference championships. It's even bigger than state championships. If we don't win a game, but we send 30 kids to college, that's a winning season.
It's a dub.
You know what I mean?
That's a super dub, bro.
It's not about if you're doing stuff, you're taking care of stuff the right way, the wins and all that's gonna come.
Facts.
That's what we learned. That was the biggest thing we learned from Coleraine because with the talent we had every year, and we never won a state championship, it would get us thinking, like, what's really going on?
What's going on?
Every year we're losing the teams we know we better than, but it's just stuff out of our control, and I truly believe that. So that's why I say if you're taking care of things the right way in all facets, all that other stuff, we'll get the state championship.
It's gonna happen.
In my mind that we're going to win the state championship during our time here at Taft. Now, when? I don't know. I would love for it to be this year, and I think we're going to work our butts off to get it this year. But as long as I know my players are, one, having fun, two, getting a chance to be something after this is all done, that's it. That's all for me.
All that matters, bro.
Got to get that to my head coach, Tyler Williams, because that is the message he came with, and that is what he has been.
Shout out to Coach Williams, man, and I said shout out to the entire coaching staff, the kids, man. What y'all doing down there is beautiful. Like I said, once again, we'll give y'all props, give y'all flowers. I'm definitely gonna be at check y'all out a couple of times this year.
Appreciate it, man. Definitely, man. Let me know for sure so I can make sure I see you.
Before we let you get out of here, obviously I know Cleveland Browns fan.
Yeah, man. Hey, my brother. I seen you took a drink. You kind of looked. Man, I don't want no smoke. I appreciate what I'm ally, but them are my guys, man.
Man.
I know, man. Hey, I'm still a good.
That's respect. Yeah. Hey, at least you claiming them. It's tough to claim. It's tough to claim.
The disappointment of my Cincinnati brothers when they find out I was Cleveland, it never ceases to give me.
Now, I'm not even like a Bengals fan. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a team in football for real. I root for the Bengals because they're hometown. You know what I'm saying? But I know I ain't no Browns fan. You just can't be a Browns Steelers fan. Something you can't beat. You know what I'm saying? Being from the city, so you can't beat.
Oh man!
But I will digress. So you know.
So I mean, this is really a hard question to answer because obviously we don't know what the situation with the quarterback is going to be. But what do you hope? What do you think in your eyes the best case scenario for the Browns this year?
Man, I'm so just lost on the whole situation. If I'm being honest, like I hear what everyone else hears. I read what everyone else reads. I just have so many questions about. I just have too many questions about it. I don't want to get on here and say the wrong stuff because
you might get an answer tomorrow though. From the I don't know who the commissioner. I forget the name of the guy commissioner.
Yeah, I don't. But
you might get an answer tomorrow. But yeah,
if he was wrong, punish him. Look. If he was doing bad, you got to sit with that. But let's just decision at this point, man. Like we can't. Y'all, you give it to the judge. She makes her ruling. You don't like the ruling, so we open it. Like, let's just wrap it up, man. Like, at this point, I don't think anyone can win. You know what I mean? The NFL is the punishment is never going to either be enough or it's going to be too much. Deshaun, your image is you're finished pretty much.
He's done.
Nothing for the rest of your career. You pretty much got to win Tom Brady amount of Super Bowls.
Hey, facts.
Hey, he got to, bro.
Lose. So I'm just like, at this point, just make a decision. Let's move on, man. Like, I got team. They'll do what they do. I mean, AFC
down with that.
Not no slouches like it used to be. So whoever it may be, Jacoby Brissett, I'm hearing Jimmy Garoppolo, Rumble, whoever it is, just be ready to play, man. I just want to see some good football. I pay too much for NFL Sunday ticket, man. I just want to.
All right.
Man, that's comedy.
Also, before we get out of here, I got to say, OH.
I.O., you see it, baby. We here.
Hey, I was going to check that out, too. I was going to check that out before we got out of here. I'm going to say, I do like the background. I will say that. I will say that, man.
We can agree on that, so we can still be boys.
Yeah, he's still cool, definitely, man.
Ohio State, man. Coach, offensive line coach, Coach Tev, man. Appreciate you tapping in with us. Appreciate you joining us, man. And all the best luck to you and your task centers this year moving forward.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I've been a fan. T, I've been listening. I listen to the mix when you DJing. I come over for the sport. Whatever you doing, I'm tapped in, man. So I appreciate y'all having me. Hey, whenever, if y'all can make it to a game, I'd love to see y'all. I'd love to be back on here. I'm trying to kick it. I want to be a friend of the show. All of that,
Let it hear, bro. Let it hear, man. Hey, before you get out of here, too, tell everybody where they can find you at, man, on Instagram, if you got Twitter, and all that.
Tev on Instagram, Coach Tev on Twitter. If you want to follow me, please do. I'm just doing a lot of football encouragement and stuff. So if you ain't trying to see that, don't follow football clips and just being a coach on there. So you ain't gonna find that. You ain't gonna find other than that. I'm a father outside of that. So that's all I got, man.
You most definitely friend to the show. So you come back on anytime you want.
Anytime, brother.
Anytime you want. Like I said, we tell people on here, you just want to come on, chop it up with us. Hey, let one of us know. We can bring you on.
Hit us up, brother. Anytime.
Oh, I'm gonna be on your line, bro. I might have some stuff to talk about, man.
Hit us up. You might have to call you next week. Like, bro, what's going on with Sean Watson? He got, whatever they do, whatever they figure out.
Hey, I'm here. I'm down for it, man.
You remember the conversation we used to have back up in BG?
Oh Oh yeah, hey, I'm about to say you got football, basketball, wrestling, whatever you try to talk about, bro. You know I'm down.
Oh, you wrestling fan too? Okay, yeah, it's going down for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Coach Tev, man. Like I said, appreciate you tapping in with us, man. And make sure y'all get out there. Season starts next Thursday. Taft versus Roger Bacon at Roger Bacon, 7 p.m. Man, make sure y'all head over there and support Taft Centers for sure.
Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, TAFT, baby.
All right, with that, man, that's been Sports and Spirits Fridays. Appreciate y'all tapping with us. For my good brother Flyman Ram, my name is D. Tarren Blanche. For Josh Doc Evans, it's been Down to the Wire 513 Sports and Spirits Fridays. Make sure y'all tap in with us this Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Until then, man, y'all have a blessed